Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Wiseguy Roundtable. Oh man, we're only a couple weeks away from this being, the actual Wiseguy Roundtable that we do during the NFL season. We're still in off-season mode, but we're ramping back up. We got Ghost with us today. Ghost, how we doing?
Not too bad. Looking to bounce back from not a so-so day yesterday, so looking to have a nice bounce back Sunday.
Yeah, they happen. We're getting.
Oh, I know they do.
One thing I love about preseason football, betting preseason football, is it's just, I don't know. I feel like I got a knack for it every year. I can pick and choose. I can be very, very selective and do pretty well. And then the best part is take everything that you did during preseason and just throw it out the window when it comes to the regular. You just all that logic. It's a totally different ball game when week one gets here. Crick, how we doing this morning?
I'm doing all right this morning, man. Chugging right along. Got moved back into the boys' room over here, so a little different look this morning. But I'm telling you, man, I don't realize how much it goes into moving all that. There's a lot of shit in all these different computers and card breaking stuff and everything. It took me a good 3.5 hours yesterday to move my shit across the hallway and get everything fancy pantsed up. But we're good. We're ready to go, man. I got you something, man. Found this, and we were talking about them hangers before we came on.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. And this ain't nothing crazy now, but it's just something. I ain't sending it to you if you're going to post it online for $2.75 or something and have some guy haggle you down to $2. I ain't going to send it to you. But
What
this
about
is
50?
50. I'll let you. If you get 50 for this card, you take it. Okay. But I got you one of these right there, bud.
No.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, hell no, I'm not selling that one.
I didn't think you would. I thought that one would go in the PC. That's what I said, but I was going to make sure before I sent it because I put it in my damn PC if you wasn't going to. As long as you won't sell it for $3, that's coming to you, buddy.
No, man, I'm hanging on to that one. So that way when I finally pull a numbered one of those, I can sell that one.
Dude, they're selling those numbered ones of those for pretty good change.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be better off selling that number one. Just hang on to the cheap one for the PC.
I haven't seen it. I don't think he is, but could you imagine if he was on the All Kings?
Yeah.
That would sell probably more than his Ultraviolet that you sold.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it would. What who all is on the All Kings?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but I mean, I know that there's Lamar,
Josh Allen,
Patrick Mahomes, your usual suspects. I think Jamar Chase is on one. I think Jonathan Taylor is. Yeah.
Why would you put Jamar Chase and not Joey Buckets?
He's on there too.
He's on one. He's got one too. Okay, you gave them both one. Fair enough. Since the Bengals are so good,
I want to say Derrick Henry might be on one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have spread these out across teams a little bit, but whatever.
Well, there's a bunch of them. I can't think of it.
There's a bunch of them. Okay.
Yeah, the one thing you got to know about them too is the All Kings. There's only 250 of them, and then there's obviously one of one of each.
Okay, so we got 250 of each one that's not numbered, and then you got one of one.
Mm-hmm. For each player.
Boy, those one of one sell for a pretty penny.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see what the auction goes on those. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
I bet you Josh Allen sells the most. It's either him or Patrick. Their base each sold for $5,000 yesterday. So,
jeez, we'll take
that. Yeah.
Ornery said, "Hey, Crick, got my little grandson on my knee. He said, Will is silly." Hey, that kid's a good judge of character, man. He knows what's up.
Jamie, you want to hop in? I'll send you an email. Hold on. What was I going to say? There's something. What did Callahan say yesterday? Oh, I had a story for you guys. I have a Callahan story. What the hell was it? Give me a minute. I'll try to remember it. But
it's fair to come back.
They say so much shit throughout the day. I forget some of it. I try to store it away in the memory bank of like, oh, that's a good story for the show.
I know what you mean, dude. It's hard to remember all these things during the day. Like after we get done with the show, I wind up having 3 or 4 stories for you, and they're gone by the time I get back to the morning show the next morning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start just sending them in a text. Be like, remember to talk about this.
I know. I need to pull out like my phone and write it in like my little notepad thing.
Dude, I don't think I've ever used my notepad on any phone I've ever owned.
I have some. Listen, here's the thing: that when I do actually remember to do it at work, I've got like 3 different lists going. I don't think I've ever talked about anything on those lists, but I got them.
Those would be fun just to see, man.
Yeah. What was? Oh, there. Yesterday, Ace ran to the post office with me.
Yep.
And I was dropping a bunch of packages off, and then I actually got a couple packages from Steps from a car break that I did, or the spots that I bought. And he goes, "What are those?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a package from Heavy Steps." And he was like, "I'm like, yeah, he sent me some cards." And he's like, "Why?" I go, because Steps sent me some cards." And he's like, "It's because he's a nice boy."
Yes, hey, that's a good judge of character too. He knows a nice boy when he sees one, man.
Hey, he's like, because he's a nice boy. And I go, yeah, Steps is a nice boy.
That's fantastic, man. I love that. Ace is a sweet kid too, man.
Morning, Chris. Yes, he is. What's up, Gojira? Venice, how we doing?
Good morning. Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all.
Gojira finally got his Drake jersey. Let's go.
We love that.
How about that, dude? I told you guys, the Patriots are not gonna freaking lose. They can't afford to lose. They scored at the beginning of the fourth quarter to take a lead. Who are they playing? The Eagles. Eagles came down, scored with 3 minutes left in the game. It looks like it's all but over. And of course, Patriots drive right down, score, and win the game yesterday. Undefeated in the preseason. We can't afford to lose, because if we start losing, then we get the Diana Rossini questions. You keep winning, people forget about it. How about that?
That's true.
That is true. Jamie, how we doing?
I've been better. I was out.
No. We need better energy than that, my friend. We need better energy than that. It's a Sunday. It's almost football season. Let's try that again. Jamie, how we doing?
I'm hungover, but I'm still here, damn it.
Let's go, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Hungover.
But yeah, we were drinking at what's allegedly the oldest pub in Ireland there yesterday, in the Midlands. So yeah, we've got to train out in the morning, we've got to train out in the evening time. So yeah, let's say it's been a busy weekend.
That's an adventure, man. A train to the oldest pub in Ireland. Let's go, dude. That's on a lot of people's bucket list, Jamie.
I feel like if you're not hungover
after which one is the oldest.
If you're not hungover after that, I feel like you did it wrong.
You didn't do it right.
So
of course,
we love that. Okay, what's up, Matthew? How you doing, Matthew? Good to see you, man.
Matthew, how we doing? We're getting warmed up before we get into some football talk. Oh, hey, by the way, that promo code worked.
It did. Good.
It made me nervous when I was typing it in, because I have to click the annual, and it's like, 400, 450 or whatever. But I put the promo code in, and it's like, you got your 6 free months, and then you'll be charged this. And I go, okay.
No. You let me know when your 6 months.
Well, I'll cancel it. It renews right after the Super Bowl, so that's how I'll remember to just cancel it.
Yeah, supporting, you do the same thing too that he's talking about. So right after the Super Bowl, cancel that subscription so it don't charge. If it does wind up charging you or something, we'll get you refunded and all that. But after the Super Bowl, cancel that subscription and then let me know, and I'll get you another one of them 6-month free codes. I don't know why I want to do it that way. He's the boss. Don't shoot the messenger.
Locals doesn't let you do a full year at a time.
Okay, cool. Well, there we go then. Y'all just let me know right after the Super Bowl. Y'all cancel those so you don't get charged, and we'll get you another free code.
Yeah, we're going to be talking NFL.
Yeah.
Football league. Also the No Fun League.
No Fun League, indeed.
It's already, I guess I could already cancel it now, and then it will just, whatever. That probably is the smarter thing to do, but we'll see.
Okay.
Like the sporting. You sign up and then you cancel, and
but it still works, right? You're still active. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know if it did or didn't. I figured it did, but now that Sporting confirmed it, I guess I'll probably do that too.
I'm always weird about being the first one to try stuff like that too. And I'm like, sure as shit, I'll have it, and then it'll cancel my old subscription, won't let me see my stuff. Can't have nothing nice.
I know. Right as I got it back, and then I ruin it again, and I got to be like, Crick, I need a new code.
Since it was so easy to get that first one.
I know. That's why I was like, we'll just wait. We'll just put a little reminder in the phone. Let's see. We got some news today. By the way, any I announced this on X. If we have any like Rumble creators, especially people in the program, even if you're not in the program, if they hop in and say hello, I told people we'd shout out your show on here. Even Grass Guy, we might even shout out Grass Guys. We'll stop the show and shout out. We want to help support other Rumble creators, especially we're getting towards the end of the month. If anyone needs to help meet some metrics and stuff like that. So if you're a Rumble creator out there and you want a free shout out on your channel, hop in the chat and say hello. And thank you to Miss Leslie for also spreading that news out there to everyone.
I feel like we've always been pretty good about supporting the other channels and stuff. We've always had a lot of people help us out and support us too, man. You got this community's, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's what it's about.
Are you using green screen? Nope. We're all where we look like we're at, even Ghost.
Ghost is right in the middle of the sports book right now.
Surprisingly, it's that quiet.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little early. In a couple weeks, that early in the sports books be popping on a Sunday, baby.
Let's see. What news do we got? Oh, yeah, this isn't going to surprise anyone. I had it all planned out to do Uncensored Pharmacist yesterday. And then, of course, I get a wrench thrown at me that the wife goes, hey, I'm going to take the kids to go school clothes shopping at nap time, so you're in charge of the other kids. And so I go, oh, that's right when I was going to do my show. And then, so it all balanced on whether Callahan was going to take a nap or not. Guess what he didn't do?
Oh, man, I was thinking to say. we knew the end of that story.
Yeah, so I go, well, we're going to push this back a day. Everyone's going to make fun of me, but no one's going to be surprised. But we actually have some things to talk about, so I'm excited.
We're not just going to be talking about, hey, remember that time Will almost did the Uncensored Pharmacist?
Almost. Well, it's promotion 101. It's you got to hype it up.
I think
you got to tease them.
It's been being hyped up for about 2.5 years now. We've got 2 episodes.
I think my last stream was a year ago. So,
well, it's about due time for number 3 then. All right.
Oh man. So yeah, later today about nap time, about 12:30. What else we got? Oh, our pick'em contest. Let me share that out there.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, baby. We love.
Well, this one is one that everyone can compete in. I'll still do the one that we normally do, but this is our ESPN one. So if you want to join the ESPN league, normally what we do is I need to add a photo to that too. Normally what we do is we pick every game against the spread, but this year they have a new category where we can do our normal like super contest. So you get to pick 5 games against the spread. And whoever has the best record at the end of the season wins. You're going to get a game on hoodie, a game on hat. And Heavy Step says he's probably going to throw in a box of cards or something to the winner. So it's free to join. Here's the link to it. The password is most pro, all capitalized, no space.
Man, we're official. We got passwords and everything.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, why did I put a password? But then I'm like, if you guys can't figure out how to put a password in, then probably shouldn't be. You can see it right here too. It says most pro, all capitalized right there.
Most pro.
So if you want to join, how many people? We got 8 in here already. Ooh, we need to quadruple that. Good thing it's been a couple weeks.
We're gonna go ahead and sign up for that thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I love contests, as you guys know.
I do too, dude. I'm excited. We got the football bundle for the season. We're ready to go, baby.
You know what? I forgot the other day. You just reminded me. I need to grab that bundle. I thought I bought the bundle, but I think I rolled my winnings over from March Madness into golf or from the Super Bowl into golf instead of football. So, because I went on there and I'm like, "Where's my football bundle?" And I got an email saying, "Hey, join our football bundle." I must have not done it. So, Yeah, I'm going to do that right now that I remembered it. It's still 50% off. So if you want to get the football bundle package, 50% off. Do it.
Why is
Do
this
it.
thing
I'm
not
still
letting me
having
join?
trouble joining it, but I'm sure we'll figure that out.
It's not
I
letting
don't
you
know,
join?
Jamie. I'm having trouble too.
Really? See,
It's
when I
saying
send the link like that, they said that it was having problems, but if they used the link from X, it was working just fine. So you typed in Most Pro and everything didn't work?
it's not even giving me a spot to enter a password. It pulls it up and it says join group, and you click join group, and it acts like you're joined. But then you X out of that, and it still says join group, and it doesn't give me anywhere I can enter the password. I'll figure it out.
Here, I'm going to do this. Click this link. So go to my X and then use the link on my X. Because
All right.
I think we had this problem the other day. And if you went from the X account, I don't know why it doesn't work, but technology, man. So there you go. Click my X post and then go try to get into it from there. And I think it will work for you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying it from there. It's still not. Actually, wait, no, it looks like this should be good.
We've got
Nice. Yeah, I'm in now.
in like Flynn. All right.
Good. I don't know why. Hold on. Let's see. Cha-ching, your boy is in all the contests over on this season. Let's go.
There you go.
So this week I'll go through and clear out our group on the season, and you guys can all join our squad. We squad up, win some money.
We love that. Hell, I paid for most of my NFL bundle because of squad winnings.
Yeah, we had a good one last year. So we should. So let's take a look at little. Oh, actually, real quick before we get into the preseason results, I did want to talk about one thing. Did I repost it? Let's see. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Right here. Crick, what you think about this? Alabama named Keelan Russell the team starting quarterback. He won the job over Austin Mack.
Kid's a stud. He is a stud. He was a 5-star recruit, number 2 quarterback in the country coming out of high school. I do think that is probably the guy that gives them the highest ceiling. You had Austin Mack, who was with Kalen DeBoer up at Washington, transferred over with him when he came down to Alabama. But he's pretty much in a backup role. He's a serviceable backup there. Played some for Ty Simpson when he was hurt last year. But Keelan Russell is an absolute freak, dude. And I do think he's the one that gives Alabama to be the best chance at what they want to be, you know.
What's the over-under on Tennessee in your opinion? College football or professional?
Yeah, I'm not a Titans fan. I am a huge Vols fan. I'm a Buccaneers fan in NFL.
Gooder Bear. I like that name, Gooder Bear.
Yeah.
Are you talking college football or are you talking professional? Professional, I believe we looked at it, and I think their schedule is rough. So I think we recommended the under. We went through every team, by the way. If you're new to the channel, I clipped them all out, other than I still got to do the Ravens. But we went through every team using Warren Sharp's book and previewed them over the summer. And I believe the Titans, because I think one of the recommended bets was them to have the worst record because they're going to be in contention with it. Oh, college.
Gooder,
is the reason why you don't like the Titans is because of the Houston Oilers?
You know, man, I really just I've always been I was a Buccaneers fan before the Titans actually even got here. I mean, I've been since I was 6-7 years old, Bucs fan. But just kind of the way the people are around here, it kind of pissed me off. Same way with the Preds fans and stuff too. Like, you got most people around here don't know shit about hockey, ain't never knew shit about hockey, and then the Preds come down here and they act like they're hockey experts all of a sudden and stuff too. The football a little different, but Titans fans are just kind of intolerable. They get on my damn nerves, man. And they ain't never been really worth a shit. And I'm like, you ain't got no reason to be talking, running that mouth, you know?
Yeah.
And it just rubs me the wrong way, Ghost. I would set that around 8.5, Gooder. I think 8.5 would be a solid number on that for the over-under. And too early to tell on which way we're going to go on that thing. We obviously hope we're rooting for the over there. But got a pretty tough schedule, man. We get the Longhorns. We got a trip to LSU. Actually, I think we get LSU at home as well, but still tough games right there. Obviously, the traditional rivalry with Alabama. We don't play Georgia and Florida for the first time in my lifetime there, but the schedule is pretty tough. But I'd set that number around about 8.5, and it's going to kind of like Alabama. It's going to depend on who winds up coming out of that quarterback battle between Faison Brandon and George McIntyre. I hope it's Faison Brandon because he is a guy like Keelan Russell that is an athletic freak, top, 5-star recruit and all that stuff. But it'll hinge on the play of him because we're going to have a young quarterback out there either way.
Yeah. Grass Guy wants to know where the best spot to join Eliminator or Survivor challenges. Bet and supporting because BetOnline has them, but they're $30 entries. Or is it Survivor? Or is he talking about where's the place? Oh, Eliminator. Yeah, Eliminator. Yeah, BetOnline's a good
same
spot,
thing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know if he was talking about the Super Contest picks or Survivor. What was I going to say? BetOnline is good, but just like everything, it's winner take all. So good luck. I still think this season right here is the best because for $10 you can get put into the big Survivor, and it's $100,000 at minimum worth of prizes, and the top 700 people get paid. So even if you don't end up making it all the way through, but let's say you crash out at week 14, but you place in the top 100, your $10, you're gonna be seeing like $100 come back to you. So there's some good prizes with it. They also have a bunch of free pools. Look at this. They have a free Survivor. They're doing a new free defensive one and done. That's going to be interesting. Free point Survivor and free. That one's already gone. The draft props, but yeah. So they have a bunch of fun contests. I just bought this bundle right here, which cost me $50. It was 50% off, and you get entered into all these contests. And as you can see, there's some real money to be made here. And they're just a bunch of fun games, like QB one and done. You pick a QB that you think is going to throw for the most yards that week, and then once you use them, you can't use them again, and so on and so forth. And whoever ends up with the most yards at the end of the season wins. Bunch of fun stuff, though. If you like contests, this season is a great place to do it. If you want to join, just say it in the chat, and I'll send you a referral code.
Fair enough. Good morning, Jerm. How you doing, buddy? Jerm, you ever make it back into the Western Hemisphere? We're gonna have to get a beer, buddy.
Where's Sherm from?
Jerm's over in I reckon he's from over here, but he's in Japan.
Ah.
Yeah, it's usually evening time over there for him.
It's later for him than it is for you, Jamie.
The sports evening espresso shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes to show this is a show with listenerships from all over the world.
Global.
Yeah, this is a worldwide show.
We are global.
This is who I want on an All Kings card, Craig.
Around the guy fast. And I think, Jeff, you made a great point. This ball was thrown.
Another preseason touchdown for Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams is in midseason form already, baby.
Dude, he is. Every time I see him score a touchdown, I just think of all those cards I have of him going up in value.
Yeah, we just need him to start counting them. That's all. That's all. Once we start counting them, value's going up, baby.
Nasty Natty, the password is most pro, all capitalized, one word. I'm just going to type it in the chat so everyone knows. There you go.
They'll just think you're talking about us.
Dude, look at this. Preseason. God, I love kickers. Harrison Bucker just casually kicking a 69-yard field goal.
Buckner.
Look at this.
With
room spare, dude.
That's good.
Now, granted, they're not trying to bull rush him, but
still kicked the shit out of it. Yeah, that's good from 73.
That would have been a NFL record had it been regular season.
Is that still where we're at? Is it 69? Ayo?
No, I think Cam Little has it at 68.
68, so that would have been Cam Little did kick a 70-yarder last year in the preseason, though. Yeah. So, well, he needed one more of those because my Bucks came back and won that game.
What?
I'm pretty sure. That's what I saw, wasn't it?
What? No way.
Yeah, I think they won the game by 1.
Yeah, 16-15, baby.
Damn.
Go Bucks. 2-0 undefeated, never lost.
Oh, Crick, look at this card. I want this card.
Oh, dude, I do too. From a little up action, triple auto.
I love Doug.
Dude, I do too. I think Doug's cool. I like that damn bird they find.
Big ass bird.
Yeah.
We'll be talking this on the show today about the president's plan to lower beef prices. We'll be talking about that on Uncensored Pharmacist, so tune in. There's the Caleb Williams All Kings.
Okay. 1 of 1 too.
Yeah. Here's the Bijan.
It don't
Guys
matter.
said, hold this in a hanger, dude. I'm telling you, hangers are where to find these All Kings.
Hangers are bangers. I'm about to open one right now, live and in person.
This one sold for $5,000.
Crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you.
They are cool looking cards.
SD would fight me for just a minute when I told her that I was going to sell that card and not give it to her. And then I'd tell her, baby, we just paid the house payment for the next 4 months. We're good. It's okay.
And then wait 3 months from now and you could probably buy it back for $1,500.
Dude, that's what I told her. I was like, we'll go ahead. We'll get our $5,000 here. We're going to set we're going to go $1,400. We're going to set it aside and we're going to offer them $1,400 here in about November. And they'll send it right back to us, babe. Don't you worry.
Now, I don't know how it was with the baseball All Kings, like if they were limited to 250, but I feel like if they are actually limited to 250, that they might hold their value a little bit better.
They cards like that. I mean, I'm sure they didn't go crazy in the baseball either because you didn't just
Or
see
actually, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the Ultraviolet. So the Brady Ultraviolet still holds value. It's still like around $2,000. But when it was first selling, it started selling at $8,000. You sold yours for $4,500. It crashed down because I don't think people knew how many ultraviolets there are. It feels like there was more than 250 ultraviolets of each player.
There may have been. I don't know the exact checklist on that and stuff, but I will say on these right here, when you pull cards like that, it's kind of a gamble sometimes on whether you want to hang on to it or not. I kind of went back and forth on that with the Tom Brady, but I'm realizing the more of these new products we see come out, when you pull a banger early on, you kind of want to go ahead and cash in on that thing, unless it's somebody Shohei or Cooper Flag or some shit like that you know is going to go up in value. Outside of that, all these guys that have been in the leagues for years, like Mahomes and Bobby Witt Jr. and stuff like that, sell those and get the value right then. Boom, be done with it. Because it's going to go down some.
The Cooper Flag wouldn't be on an All Kings yet. He's too young. So like a lot of these young guys don't go on All Kings.
Well, I just
would argue the Mahomes and Josh Allen you could hang on to because they could go up in value. Because Mahomes, I mean, wins another Super Bowl or something. And if Josh Allen finally wins a Super Bowl, then it's going to.
A lot of times the cards you see go way up in value are going to be rookie cards and stuff, though. Is kind of my thing there. They could go up in value, but I don't know if they're going to go up enough to make it worth not selling it right now, you know?
Shit, if you pull the 1 of 1 of any of these All Kings, especially a quarterback, you just set that thing on eBay auction, put it out there for a week to 10 days, and just watch it go up.
Yeah, dude. Any 1 of 1s of big time players are. I mean, you're talking. I mean, you're looking at some thousands of dollars, tens of thousands at that point.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you get over $100K for Patrick Mahomes, a 1 of 1 All King.
I agree.
Shohei's rare card recently sold for $204,000. That was a 1 of 1.
I was going to say that's probably a 6-figure payday.
That's insane,
right?
Well,
it's paper goes.
Expensive cards are put in bicycle spokes. It just.
It is amazing to me the amount of Honus Wagner cards that found their way into bicycle spokes back in the day. I'm like, is that the only card they gave y'all in the damn pack? Nobody else could have put. I mean, we don't hear about Mickey Mantle or Roger Maris. It's always Honus Wagner that got put in the spokes.
Oh, come on. We always wanted that big flat piece of pink bubble gum that was just broke in pieces before you could even chew it.
Dude,
that stuff was so nasty.
I watched a guy, it's been a couple months ago now, but he was on Whatnot, and he opened a pack, like he was doing a break, and he would do a random pack from like a 1989 box or something. They still had the gum in them, and this dude ate the gum from 1989 while he was doing the stream. He's like, "This gum is terrible." I'm like, "What did you think, bro?
We think you. It's like
It's damn near 40 years old. What are we doing?"
It wasn't good back in 1989.
I thought they're saying it wasn't good when it was brand new.
that's like me opening up the refrigerator, making myself a sandwich from meat, bread, and mayonnaise and mustard from 40 years ago.
Yeah,
that's gonna be delicious.
Yeah. Good luck there. Yeah. I saw him do that. And I was
YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube who does these videos where he takes like food from tins from the 1920s. Like there's one where he's doing alphabet soup from a tin, and it was from like 1910s or something, and it looked absolutely wretched. And at that point, it's what do you expect? It's over 100 years old.
That's what I'm saying. They had alphabet soup in 1910.
It was one of the first decades of the 20th century, anyway.
Either way,
Campbell's soup has been out for generations. So
that's true. Campbell's has been around.
Yeah, it wouldn't doubt me. I wouldn't doubt that.
Hey, check out this play. Drew Allers looked good in these preseason games. Watch this. He gets a little pressure here, he escapes, and completes a deep ball.
Again, looking good coverage down the field. He's being pursued. He throws it down the field. Has a receiver there.
Hey, that's a good throw.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting hit. He's falling backwards.
That's a really good throw. He dropped that on a dime in the bucket.
Yeah, watch this.
Looking good coverage down the field. He's being pursued.
Off balance, and but over two guys in the bucket. That's a hell of a throw right there, dude.
Yeah,
with the damn NFL football. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it was a nice little throw there.
Okay,
nice little throw.
We got quarterback controversy in Pittsburgh.
We do.
I don't know. You tell me. Drew Aller or Aaron Rodgers? Who you taking?
AA Ron.
I was going to say, you better just put old ass AA Ron out there. Let's not get too crazy.
Okay, before we get to the NFL, let me tell you about Rumble Wallet.
Man, tell me about it.
We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everyone's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. And that's exactly why I use a Rumble Wallet. Takes all that complexity, makes it simple. Choose what you want. Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. How about that? No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator like me, us here at Game On directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download your Rumble wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. So what are you waiting for? Go download your Rumble wallet today.
Booyah.
Bitcoin's making a little run right now. I know this because I checked my Rumble wallet. My Bitcoin in there has gone up. And I'm like, oh, Bitcoin must be climbing, making its run back up. Go get you some Bitcoin or some stable coins, whatever you want.
I do not understand that shit.
Well, you don't need to.
Just need to be able to count money.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Yes, sir. Okay, we got NFL preseason. I believe we do have one game today. I was gonna say I think week 2 is pretty much in the books, but we do have one game today. It kind of shocks me that the Seahawks played the last game of week 1. They're playing the last game of week 2, but they have the first game of the season. So I mean, why they're playing all their preseason games so late? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I guess they need all the help they can get because they got to take on the big bad Patriots.
Their last preseason game is on a Friday night.
You know what? Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. You know what pisses me off is I'm not going to be able to watch that game until like the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's good or bad. I have to work.
Oh.
And it's my pharmacist on the 31st. It's her last day, so then it's just me. So I'm working a lot of extra shifts in September. And I'm like,
well, you ain't got a smartphone or something?
I mean, I can check on it, but like, game's going to kick off about 5:30 my time. We close at 6, and then when I'm driving home, my service is shit in and out. So You know,
That's true. You are in the wilderness.
so I mean, I'll try to keep up on it, but I can't tell if I'm going to be excited if it's a good thing or bad thing.
Too early to tell.
Yeah. Ooh, Hopelessly sent me this real quick. He wants me to follow. Okay, I'll follow it. He says this is his card.
Yeah. This is where he sells his cards and stuff at, man.
Oh, this is who I've been retweeting. So okay,
This is who I've been retweeting. He was following you, didn't even know it. Hope.
yeah. Oh, look at that, the triple auto.
You're reposting these, right? You don't actually just like have these in a box in the house.
I wish.
That's a banger right there.
God, if I had that. Oh man. Oh my God, I want it. I want it, Crick. I need you to find this for me.
That's the image variation. Got to be.
This is like everything I love: kicker cards, and then Tom Brady.
I know, dude.
What
Really, that is the ultimate card for you, ain't it?
The Tops made this for me.
I'm pretty sure they did, dude. If I promise you, if I find one of those, I know who it's going to. Hell, I pulled a pigskin parallel Cam Little the other night for somebody for the Jaguars, and I told him, I was like, I don't know where he's at, but he'd offer up some good stuff for this card right here.
Listen,
that ain't worth the paper it's printed on.
If any of you out there find it, or if you're ripping packs, Crick, and you find one of these, you immediately offer a nice, crisp $5 bill to whoever pulled this card, because I know they don't care about it.
Oh, if I get that, I don't watch a whole lot of breaks anymore now that I'm doing them all the time and stuff. But if I pull that in my break for you, I promise you I will work out a deal. And whoever, that's the thing. If I ever trade you, you get a card and I want to trade you for, you're way better off taking the deal because I hook you up when I trade you for something. I want to make sure you don't feel slighted or nothing. So you get hooked up, but I'll make a trade for that card for you, bud.
That's right. That's right. So we got Seahawks Titans tonight. Titans laying 4.5. Seahawks did not look good in their first preseason game, but this kind of feels like the Miami game. What I was saying about Miami the other day. Who do they play? The Giants. And the line was pretty similar. I think the Giants were like a 3-point favorite, somewhere around there. And I was like, dude, you just got to take the Giants. The Dolphins starters aren't even good. And they're playing backups out there. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's preseason, and I know everyone's playing mostly backups. But the Dolphins are so bad. This kind of feels like this. I know the Seahawks' second string didn't look great in week 1. But I can't think that the Titans' backups are actually that good.
Are they playing the backups? Hell, them starters need work.
No, those starters will get some time in the first quarter, but for the most part, I mean, the majority of the game, these preseason games get dictated more times than not in the second quarter, or I mean, in the second half.
What I've been finding very interesting is many of the games that we've seen since the start of preseason football, when you see teams that are subpar, they open up at a certain spread, they flip to a favorite, and then all this money's coming in, and they still lose. So I don't know what the odds makers are. They did it to the Browns twice. They did it to the Jets twice, but the Jets did win the game the other day at 17-0. They kept raising the line yesterday for the Colts game. They got blown out by the Falcons. I mean, it's very interesting how I just feel that maybe the odds makers just aren't as buckled down to preseason as they are during the regular season. It's very interesting seeing some of these line movements and what's happening.
I think it's because they go with what the public perceives, and so like who's going to be playing starters for longer. That gets put out there. So I think that kind of dictates it. But what I do, especially when you're looking to live bet one of these games at halftime, like for example, the Raiders and Texans were up 20-3. Would have been worth a sprinkle maybe not for the Raiders to come back and win outright, but to grab some points with the Raiders. I look at veteran quarterback play. Do you have a guy that's been in the league for a while, like Aiden O'Connell, who came in the second half and played? Mm-hmm. Not a great quarterback, but he's experienced, and this is preseason, so it's going to be really soft defenses, not much pressure. All these guys, we can say that they suck, but they all can sling the rock with a clean pocket. That's how they got into the league. So I look for veteran quarterback play, or even like here tonight with the Seahawks, you got Jalen Milroe, who is trying to prove himself a little bit. Not as strong on that one, but you got a guy that's been he he's going to take his reps, that he gets limited reps, and he's a second-year guy. So when he gets a shot, it's going to be a gamble, but you think he wants to kind of prove himself a little bit. But what were you going to say, Craig?
Oh, you got to be careful looking at some of this stuff like in the regular season that we would perceive as a big move, like that move through zero Ghost was talking about, where if you got a team that's like plus 1.5 and they flip around to like a minus 1.5 where they're now the favorite, like that's a big time move in a regular season game and stuff. And we pay a lot of attention to that. But in the preseason, I think you got to be careful. I think they're just trying to do everything they can to confuse you. And for one, they don't fucking know what's going to happen because you do have second and third stringers playing most of the damn game. And it really just depends on who wants to be a go hard that day for that team. So it's too many unknown variables in this stuff, man. I'm telling y'all, quit throwing you good hard-earned money at this preseason NFL football. I'm begging you.
I would argue whoever all the money. Yeah, I would argue wherever all the money's coming in on, or the perceived sharp side, just fade that in the preseason.
Go the other way. Yep.
Like I mightn't go quite that far, but yeah, this is NFL preseason is definitely not one for the closing line value mafia.
It is not, sir. It is not. I like that, the closing line value mafia.
Yeah, because it's one of the things about some of the sports betting analysis online that does it only because it's always the stat guys who just get really high in their own concepts. Like even when I'm teasing over some ideas for betting with AI chatbots, it'll go into things and it'll start saying, "Oh, the best way you can track the value of your bets is to track it against closing line value." And I say, well, that's fine from a top-down perspective, but from a bottom-up perspective, if your odds are way off the final probabilities, it doesn't matter how sharp your line might have been at the end. If it's still on the wrong side of the tracks, it's not going to matter for shit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've lost a bet, but I've had all the great closing line value. Man, I got 4 extra points. This is awesome.
They lost by 40.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been there.
It's not even like a tail end 40. It's like this is only going one way kind of 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama said there'd be days like this.
Yeah, Jets get a win, 17-0 over the Steelers. Drew Aller looked good, though. We showed that. He looked good. Couldn't capitalize with any points, so Panthers beat the brakes off the Jags 34-17. About that. Kenny Pickett. Look at that. I told you, veteran quarterback, Kenny Pickett. 25 pass attempts. Jeez.
Kenny Pickett more didn't throw pick him, huh?
That's probably more passing he threw all last season.
I know, right? But veteran quarterback play. Packers 33-13 win. This one was so good. They were 6-point underdogs. And I had them on the money line, 2-1 on them, and it was never a doubt.
Just won by 3 tutties. Let's go.
Kyle McCord looking all right in preseason there. Yesterday, my Patriots 24-21 win over the Eagles. Never a doubt. Never a doubt.
You was just ready for the show this morning, Bennis.
Bennis is dialed in.
Dialed in, baby. Mid-season form.
Oh, man.
Nationality just asked me there in the comments, Jamie, Brighton or Villa? Haven't done a deep dive, but I lean Villa.
Okay. Did you have any thoughts? One second, Will, while he's talking soccer real quick. Did you have any thoughts on that one supporting asked you about earlier, Jamie, on the under 2.5? Let's see. Seeing signal for under 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I don't have a strong conviction on it, but both teams have a lot of injuries, and they tend to have managers that are good at negating other teams' offenses. So, but I would lean to the under.
Okay, fair enough. There you go, sporting.
Jamie, do you have that list put together, or at least some of it, that you could talk about that you say you were going to do for the futures?
Oh,
picks?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been going through each of the NFL previews on the show. I've been listening back to it at 2x speed. No AI note taking here. Thank you very much. And I have 30 out of the 32 done now. I'm just missing the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Yeah, that's right, Houston Texans. And I have seen some interesting things stand out at me. There are some teams where or there's a lot of consensus that they may be a little bit undervalued, a little bit overvalued, like the Buccaneers, for example. I think you all see like lots of canaries in the coal mines as far as the Buccaneers are concerned. And as a Manchester United fan, a long-suffering Manchester United fan, the Buccaneers are owned by the same family that owns Manchester United, the Glazers. And one of the interesting things I'm seeing is that fans of both clubs have a recurring complaint that the ownership, they don't really take seriously the team when they could go and potentially win something. They have the habit of leaving certain areas not really properly invested in. And with the Buccaneers preview, it's uncanny how similar it sounds to the mood that a lot of United fans had before the season, because there's that feeling that the team might look good on paper, but the arse is about to absolutely fall out, as the would say, get to the real season. And things haven't really started out quite so well for United and the Buccaneers. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff here for the Buccaneers. The training camp. That's what I'm really interested in. There'll be a lot of problems in the training camp, even though they've won their first couple of games. Vita Vea has a new contract now, doesn't he?
He did. They extended him out. It's technically they're not going to cut him. I mean, it's going to basically be like 2 years for. I think they upped it now to where it's like $32 million. He's got like $20 million guaranteed, but he's pretty much going to get the whole 32. So yeah, they restructured to add an extra year to it to please him because he was ready to get traded, man.
And that was a huge deal too, because now that they added an extra year to it, so he had 1 year left on his deal. They basically give him 32 more million for another year. Yep. And that saves the franchise having to not have to waste the franchise tag on Vita Vea this next offseason, and they can use it on Baker if need be.
And we also got one of the best defensive linemen in the whole damn league back where he belongs.
Yeah. From memory, some of my favorite preseason futures, obviously, fade the Chargers, take their season win total however way you want to ladder it, and keep adding to it. And then I was pretty high on the Saints. I think their win total was 7.5, but I think there's a good chance. I think the odds are fair and good value of if you take them to win 10 games this season. Because if everything pieces together right, I could see a 10 wins out of that team with their favorable schedule. And
for who
in the division? The Saints.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one.
Yeah, and then also the Lions. I like the Lions to get at least 10 wins because they have the easiest schedule in the league.
They got some talent too.
It's not even close.
One thing I'm interested in is some of these teams that we like the Saints. How's the public thinking about them? Would you say that these are glamour underdogs or teams that the public are still sleeping on?
I think the public's still sleeping on them. I think they're properly rated, where there's like 7.5 wins. They're supposed to be below average team, but I think that this could be. I mean, we always have surprise teams every year, and I think the Saints, granted, if the pieces come together, I think they could shock some people. I don't think they're going to win anything other than their division potentially,
which is terrible. But yeah,
that division is just so up for grabs right now.
Yeah, so I mean, Saints make the playoffs. I mean, there's so many different ways to bet on them to have a better than expected season. But I don't expect them to actually be like
one thing I would note about them is that they 6-11 straight up last season, 9-8 against the spread. But if you split it into two parts of the season, for the first half of the season, they're pretty diabolical. The second half of the seasons where they began to show some actual promise. So that 9-8 ATS doesn't imply that they're an average team. It implies that they went from being a below average team from a spread performance perspective to an above average one the second half of the season. So it does capture some genuine momentum for them.
And that's a big thing that I look at, dude, is you got to look at young teams with especially young quarterbacks. How did you finish the season before? Was it one of those things where you melded in about the end of November and you just kind of limped to the finish line? Or did you do like the Saints did, actually won some games down the stretch, looked like you got better and really gained some key experience for some of those younger guys? So I'm big on how a younger team like the Saints finishes the season before, and are they going to ride that momentum in the next season? I think the Saints are going to do that.
Yeah, and you got to also remember when they started winning was when they put their young quarterback in Shot.
Sure enough.
So that's also promising.
Yeah, and one thing that I'll be paying a lot of attention to is how well their kicker does, because he's done some very good kicking so far, but it is only one season or half a season even.
Fucking kickers, man. God, they drive me crazy, Jamie.
Well, hey, first half of the season, you have problems with the quarterback Spencer Rattler and the kicker, whoever it is. He was missing a lot of them, so it was always going to be difficult for the Saints to meet expectations when you have both a kicker and a quarterback misfiring, because those are both two originators of points.
Yeah, where are you going to get your points if those guys ain't playing very well? Ghost, what's a team that you're looking at this season, maybe kind of like the Saints that kind of cellar dwellers last year, but maybe gained some momentum down the stretch and could have a big season, maybe a surprise season this year? Is a surprise team you're looking for in the NFL, Ghost?
The more I look at this team, I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to be a surprise team, is the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. Tell me about it.
We all know Kyler Murray played like crap, and we have our opinions on the way Kyler Murray plays football. But I'm looking at another X factor on the Minnesota Vikings, and he's just their third string quarterback. It's Carson Wentz.
I agree, dude. I think that might be the best quarterback on the ball.
I agree. We saw what happened with the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, the Minnesota Vikings were his third team, because he started with the Jets. He went to the Carolina Panthers.
Then got the Vikings, yeah.
Then got the Vikings. Yeah. Look what happened to him. His whole career turned around there.
Literally.
Carson Wentz was a potential NFL MVP for the Philadelphia Eagles until he got hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that season they won the Super Bowl, the reason they were in the situation they were in the playoffs was because of how well he played throughout the course of the season. Nick Foles wound up getting the credit for that thing, but Carson Wentz did all the heavy lifting in that season.
Yeah. That's just like the same thing with the New York Giants when they beat the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Phil Simms got hurt. Why can't I think of his name? Jeff Hostetler comes in, and they win the Super Bowl. Granted, they won the Super Bowl on a missed field goal, but still. But the Minnesota Vikings, I just think if Carson Wentz, it all depends on the coaching. If they're just sold on Kyler Murray or not. But I think you need to take a hard look at Carson Wentz there, and they may surprise some people this year, the Minnesota Vikings.
It could even be one of those things where the Vikings don't start out great. And we know Kyler's style. We don't ever wish injuries on anybody. We don't want to see them happen. We love all the big-time players on the field, but injuries are a reality of the game. And the way Kyler Murray plays the game, dude, and he's not a very big guy, just not a very big guy at all. So he can't take those licks the way he likes to play, playing that backyard football style, running around like a crazy fool out there and stuff. And he makes some electrifying plays, but can that guy stay healthy? And you may see where the Vikings start out something 2-2, 1-3, somewhere in that. And Kyler Murray winds up going down because availability is the best ability, and that has been kind of a struggle for that guy in the last couple of years. And then Carson Wentz maybe winds up getting a shot at it. J.J. McCarthy got banged up last night, but I don't think he's better than Carson Wentz.
He looks 100%. Lost on the field. J.J. McCarthy, sometimes when he plays, he looks lost.
Well, that's what happens when you have a system quarterback. That they do this all the damn time. You got a system quarterback that winds up winning a national championship on a great team in college football, and everybody thinks that guy was the main reason for that, when that's not the truth. That guy just drove the big blue machine that year. He had the keys to the Cadillac, and he just cruised. Yeah, and he did that well. But system quarterbacks do not translate to the NFL because the talent level goes up so much in the NFL. You got to be able to make a play. And J.J. McCarthy, I have zero faith in that, dude. And I've seen system quarterback after system quarterback fail in the NFL, and he's just another one.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you know how I feel about Tom Brady, but when Tom Brady was at Michigan, he wasn't the lone starter there. It was bounced back between him and Drew Henson.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Was Tom Brady this outstanding college quarterback? No, he wasn't. He was pretty middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was going, oh, look at this guy, Heisman Trophy. This guy is a candidate for the Heisman. No, not a word like that.
Will said
because he shared time with Drew Henson. A lot of people thought Drew Henson was better.
Yeah, there's a reason Tom slipped to the 6th round.
No, it's because no one saw his potential except for Belichick.
And you.
Yep, and me, of course.
Of course. You probably called Bill and told him, didn't you?
We might have exchanged a couple emails.
You had to. Emails were different back then too, man.
We were on AOL back then.
Oh, instant messenger. Y'all instant messaging back and forth. Yeah, baby.
I was trying to mimic that dial-up sound.
Will, age 10.
What'd you say, Jamie?
Or a letter in the post from Will, age 10.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Belichick just came out and was like, we made this pick based off of a 10-year-old's recommendation?
Yeah, and the kid was spot on.
No,
and you couldn't even get him to meet Tom in person. Isn't that disgraceful?
We've got that on the bucket list.
I don't think I want to. I don't know what I'd do in that spot.
It'd be hilarious when you finally met him, found out he was an asshole.
I expected.
My favorite Bill Belichick moment is during I forgot what year it was, during the NFL draft, and he just had his dog sitting in the chair the whole time.
Oh yeah, the COVID draft.
Yeah, his dog was just sitting there the whole time.
Oh, just hanging out, dude. That's a good boy.
Yeah.
Will, you had no idea who that loser was
about the Vikings discussion there. Ghost, are you saying that you might necessarily see potential for the Vikings right now with starting Kyler Murray, but if things go wrong with their first two quarterbacks, Carson Wentz might be where there may be value on taking them at that point?
It all depends on the coaching staff. Right now, if they're naming Kyler Murray their day one starter, I don't think there's much value in the Vikings. I think.
How do you feel about Kevin O'Connell, Ghost?
The coach, I think he's decent so far. I just don't think they're surrounded by a lot of offensive talent. They have a defense, but they're not surrounded by. Well, I mean, Sam Darnold was he was pretty good there. But since then, I'm
on the fence with that guy. I can't decide if he's a great coach or just, I think he's more middle. I'll tell you what, I think the best coach on that whole staff. He's a decent coach, but I think the best coach on that whole staff is Brian Flores.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he led Sam Darnold.
I am a little bit skeptical. Like, what I'm a little bit skeptical about the whole coaching Sam Darnold thing is that from the Seahawks preview, last season, the Seahawks went 14-3, but Sam Darnold was still throwing interceptions at an above average rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just above average, the worst in the league.
Yeah. I actually think Sam Darnold is going to regress this year.
Yeah, he got hot at the right. Any of these guys can get hot at the right time. I mean, he cleaned by getting hot. I mean, he cleaned up the turnovers come playoff time, which was a great time to figure that out. I think actually the Seahawks are going to regress, and not just solely because of Sam Darnold. I think it's just so damn hard to bring back. They're literally bringing back at least as close as you can in the NFL, bringing back the same exact squad and trying to do it again.
Well, they lost a key element in the running back too.
Yes. But for the most part, as close as we've seen, I mean, they only had a couple draft picks. I think they signed one free agent, not counting the guys they signed the last few weeks. It's hard in the modern NFL to it's hard enough to do what they did last year, but then to think you could just ramp back up and do it again without adding pieces, it's really hard.
It's going to be hard to get to the season unscathed with injuries and stuff too, like they did last year.
We were talking about grass.
Darian Price was a panic pick.
No, I think it was depends on how you define panic pick. I think it was they had a need, and that was their they didn't have much draft capital, and that was their best chance to get to fill a spot, and he was the best player available. If he was available at the beginning of round 2, they were gonna he was gonna go pretty quick. And you got to remember, you want to get him at the end of round 1 because let's say Price ends up panning out especially with a running back, you have that 5th-year option. Which the second round picks don't have. So you control the player for longer and you don't have to pay him as much. And that's super valuable, especially when it comes to a running back who by the time you get to year 5, you can pay them that little extra bump in pay and then be done with them.
Was Sam Darnold with the 49ers for a little bit too?
Yeah, he was back. So Sam Darnold learned under Shanahan, got his shit together there. And then he took that knowledge, and then with Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota, put the pieces all together. That's why I think O'Connell is a really good quarterback coach, good offensive mind. You want to say head coach overall, we can talk about that. But from a quarterback's perspective, I think he is actually pretty gifted if he has a guy with some talent there. And then he took obviously took that and went to Seattle.
And maybe they should switch roles there in Minnesota. Have him become the quarterback coach and put Brian Flores in as a head coach.
I think Brian Flores does. I mean, I think he would be a good head coach, but I think you just leave him in his element. Just let him worry about the defense.
He should have never got fired the last time he was a head coach.
No, I know. But I'm saying in Minnesota, you just leave him, let him do his defensive thing. Real quick, Crick, you and I were talking about how peachy Grass Guy is on Real Fart. Hey, how you doing, Grass? Doing well. Why you ask?
Why you want to know how I'm doing, man? What the hell?
Just trying to be friendly to you and get, hey, dude, just checking on you. How you doing today? And he's just like, why?
What do you response? Who wants to know?
Yeah. That reminds me of that Mel Gibson movie, the war movie, where it's like a Vietnam movie or something like that. But you got Samuel Elliott in it, and he's walking down the sidewalk in the morning, and the guy's like, "Good morning, sir." And he's like, "How the hell do you know what kind of morning it is?" That's what that makes me think of, Grass. Why you ask?
Hey, you'll like this, Crick. Shout out to Jimmy Rimjob. Nice name. Says, I'm sorry, but NFL's boring. I think college is a better product. You and my co-host would agree.
Jimmy, we go have a beer whenever you're ready, buddy.
Hey, tune in next Saturday.
That's right. Tune in next Saturday on the Sports Picks channel at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Ghost, Grass, and myself will be over there talking all the college football you want, baby.
Mm-hmm. What up, Yeti Master Yoda? It never works. Everyone is coming for them, and everyone knows their game plan. That's the other thing, too, why it's so hard to run back in the NFL. You might have had a really successful season with what worked for you. You might have had a new scheme or whatever, but these guys are so good in the league that they are going to figure out where your weakness is the next season. And that's what makes the coaches great, are the great coaches that can continue to adapt year after year, knowing that, hey, they're going to try to counter what we did here. I'm going to re-counter it with it's a chess game. That's why Belichick was so good. I mean, remember when he was the first one to start doing playing two tight ends and doing two tight end sets. And then he was the first one to kind of speed up the game and get into the analytical stuff about trying to get a field goal before halftime when you're going to get the ball in the second half, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to change how they approach things.
Yeah. What up, Andrew? How you doing, man? Been a minute. Good to see you back here in time for football season, baby.
Grass Guy says you guys always take it wrong. If everyone takes it the same way, I think it's you, Grass. I think if we all read the same way.
Are we the problem? We're just giving you a hard time, Grass. We love you, buddy.
Yes. Cowboys. Dude, I told you, Cowboys, I know it's preseason, but they are going to put up points. If their defense can go from dog shit to average, doesn't even have to be good, just needs to get a stop every now and then. The Cowboys are going to, I like them. That was another one I like to win that division. I think they're going to be, they're going to get their points just like last year. They put up a ton of points. It's just their defense gave up more points. If they can make the correct, they got a new defensive coordinator. They brought in some pieces. They got Caleb Downs. He's going to be a rookie, so we don't expect too much from him, but he is very talented. The Cowboys, watch out, man. They might find themselves as division champs. I think that's about it, though. Milton last night looked good. He had this bomb. Crick, did you see the bomb he threw down?
JoJo?
Yeah, he threw like just a casual 50-yard just.
Dude, you talk right about a hand cannon. I'm telling you, Joe Milton can throw the shit out of whatever. He threw an orange 100 yards at the Orange Bowl a few years ago, dude. From goal line to goal line, that man threw an orange. I know that's kind of weird, kind of crazy, whatever, but that's fucking cool. I don't care who you are. But yeah, JoJo's got a dime.
Before I show you this play, can we get rid of the women announcers? It's not working. It didn't work in the NBA. It's not going to work in the NFL. Listen to the first few seconds of this.
And they can stand out by making those consistent.
It just doesn't sound right, does it?
No,
it doesn't. I'm going to mute it now because I don't want to get clipped, but watch this pass. I mean, granted, it's a clean pocket. He doesn't have much pressure on him and whatnot, but still.
That's a dime right there. See, and if that would have been when he was at Tennessee, he would have thrown that ball, and that ball would have hit the pylon.
But watch how he releases it. It's just casual, just a little flick of the wrist. Just
flick of the wrist, dude. He just tossed an NFL football 45 yards down the field on down. Yeah, it was his problem. He never had a problem with the arm strength, man. It was always the accuracy and stuff. I can't tell you. I lost count on how many receivers he overthrew at Tennessee where they would be wide open, dude, 10 yards behind the defense, and he'd throw that damn thing into the stands.
Well, I would love to see him actually under pressure because, yeah, you can do it with a clean pocket, but when you start getting that pressure, that's when you start hitting those bad tendencies and like overcompensating, and that's where he would have thrown it 10 yards over the guy's head.
Mm-hmm. I like JoJo, man.
Grass guy's with me. Cowboys win the division. I like it.
I think that is the division with the most question marks for me as far as
God. Oh my God, he flicked it and it went far. Yeah.
It did. Sure enough. But yeah, I think that one is that one in the NFC South. NFC South is but I'm kind of going with the Saints in that one. I feel like I'm more inclined to bet on the Saints to win the NFC South than I am to bet anybody to win the NFC East.
And normally I wouldn't want to be on the Saints because I feel like that's kind of a public favorite this year of like underdogs, like to overperform.
Yeah.
But that's why I try to put my biases aside. And when we go through those teams and we go through the numbers with Warren Sharp's book, I just let the numbers tell me what they're going to tell me and read it that way. And I'm like, well, I'm convinced the Saints with given their schedule, given the pieces they brought in, given their head coach, they're set up to have a better than expected season.
And it might be. Go ahead, Ghost.
I was just say you want to talk about a public favorite, the team you were just talking about. Everybody out there from on all networks all think the Cowboys are winning that division. I got the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
I got the Cowboys under 9.5 wins.
That
not coming from a Giants fan.
I would do that because but that's the one team every year that is overvalued. That's why I'm not going crazy on picking or putting money on the Cowboys because you're being taxed. It's like taking the Dodgers. You know what I mean? It's like you're being taxed because that's just their brand.
Yeah, they've been overvalued since the last time they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
which is 30 years ago.
I will say some of these public favorites are a little different than they used to be, man. I think the public is getting a little sharper. There's a lot more resources available to you these days to be able to track this stuff and kind of educate yourself. A lot of different podcasts and things like that. So I do think when you see those slight public favorites, 60%, somewhere like that, it's not always going to be a bad bet like it used to be in the past.
Don't forget, last NFL season, the first 8 weeks of the season, the books got crushed with really square public bets of like laying 7.5 with like the Chiefs. Well, Chiefs are a bad example. They weren't good last year, but you know what I mean? Like with those games that everyone expects to win and cover. And usually, the sharps are like, we got to take the points there with that. No, last year, and who knows what's going to be like this year, but more and more, it seems like every year we're getting more early on. The public favorite tends to be right.
It's been that way the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do get anomalous runs of it. Like even I know this is going back to the World Cup, but that was a ridiculously favourite heavy turn from a betting perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens short term, and indeed, Will's right to refer to looking at the numbers and basing your judgment based on that. But the final step, the crucial step where you really are getting value is not so much in what the numbers are telling you, but showing where it diverges from what the public's perception is.
Mm-hmm.
And like with the Cowboys, like I'm still a little bit hesitant to back them until I see evidence that the public, even by its own favoured betting standards on them, is underestimating how good the Cowboys might be this year.
Here's how I'm going to bet the Cowboys to start the season. I'm not going to bet them on the spread or to win games. I'm going to just look at their team total and bet over. Because they're going to put up. They're going to. The one thing that I like about the Cowboys is their offense. Their offense it's just a machine. But we saw last year they could score 38 points and still lose a game. So instead of worrying about the spread, why not just take, even if it's 28.5, just say screw it. The Cowboys are going to put up points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. By the way, this is a slight little workaround. It's not the exact same risk profile. But sometimes you can get a little bit higher expected value instead of taking team total, taking that team against the spread and game total to go over. It kind of depends really on liquidity, but the bets are covariant.
And that's it. Listen, that's the thing too. There's, especially with how many different markets there are now, you don't have to just be the traditional bet against a spread, bet on a team to win, bet on a total. Look at different angles. That's what we do, I think, really well on the show, is try to find different angles of how to handicap a game. Why do you like this team to cover the spread? Okay, is there a better bet to be made than try to gamble with the spread, like a team total or, like a touchdown scored, anything? There's, a certain player. You like the running game. You think there's a good running matchup. Okay, well, then let's look at the running back player props for this team instead of betting on the spread. But
one
real
thing
quick,
as I say, one thing to look at too in the NFL when it comes to the point spreads is the majority of the time the point spread never even is a factor. Like you have a team that's -7, odds are they're going to win by 7 or more points. Whereas if you take an underdog, they're not going to just cover the spread. They generally win the game outright. So the spread rarely comes into play in the NFL.
That's a good point. Gardner Minshew.
Sure, but we do sometimes see pretty big divergences between a team's straight up record and their against the spread record. Certainly for last season, anyway.
I believe from what I've researched, and Jamie, maybe you'll know this off the top of your head, or if not, something to look into. I believe when the spread is between like 3 and 7, the dog tends to win outright more than not. Now, if you are like above 10, if you're like 10 double digits, they're going to cover the spread but not win outright. How long did it take? I think it took like 5 or 6 weeks before we had a double digit underdog win outright last season. So, because there was a crazy like 50 something straight double digit favorites won last year. It was something crazy, but the spread matters. But if you're looking at like an underdog, a 6-point underdog, you want to look at the money line as well, where it might be worth, putting 2 units. Let's say if you really like to play on the +6 and then sprinkle a unit on the money line. And I think that sweet spot is when it's between 3 and 7.
Yeah, I'm just taking a very quick look. 13th September, Cardinals are 10.5-point underdogs to the Chargers, and they're plus 431. So when you take into account the over-round there, they're being given an implied probability of about 15-16% chance to win outright. So yeah, with those double-digit lines, you would expect about that hit rate for wins. So yeah, if you're saying last season that we were having pretty big runs where the favorites were just winning all of those, then yeah, that is a very interesting trend.
I want to say it wasn't until November maybe that we had a double-digit win outright, double-digit dog. It was something crazy like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the team it was.
Packers or something.
Yeah, because I mean I remember it because we talked about it, and then there was that thing like if you had rolled over every single favorite for these 50 times or whatever it was. But real quick, Crick, what do you notice here with Minshew?
That hair's in
this is
mid-season
a team that I feel like
no undershirt
needed, baby.
I mean,
God, look at that, baby. Looking like Jerry Buss right out of the 80s.
I can't believe he's still in the league.
I think I found it. Yeah, it was the Panthers and the Packers. The line was plus 12.5, and the Panthers won outright.
Oh, that was the one where Green Bay, they got their field goal blocked or something. They screwed up the end of the game, and the Panthers got in field goal range and nailed it as time expired, right? I think that was the game.
Sounds about right.
Gardner Minshew. This guy cracks me up.
Dude, he's a specimen. I bet him and Gronk would have been best friends if they were playing at the same time. Could you imagine him and Gronk out there like on Gardner's RV wearing jorts, just crushing beers?
Fucking keg stands for days. Let's go, dude. I'll go to that party.
Oh, that's funny.
Love it.
Let's talk.
Panthers did win that one with the last minute field goal.
See, God. Why do I remember that stuff? But I can't remember a story I want to tell Crick from yesterday.
You still can't remember?
No, dude, you know the shit Callahan did yesterday? Yesterday alone?
Yesterday alone?
Yeah, it's just, let alone the whole weekend. That guy is he's a peach, let me tell you. Let's open this up to some NFL futures bets. Let's see if we can. Let's go over to Kalshi and see if we can find some just throw something out there. What are you guys looking at anything? Have your eye on anything? It could be a certain division. It could be a win total. Who do you like to win MVP? Is there value on an MVP award? Let's look at the MVP odds, actually. Your favorite's Josh Allen, the defending champ. Joe Burrow, of course. If you want a free savings bond, just go ahead and bet the no on Justin Herbert right now. You just want a nice little safe CD with a small return, just go ahead and bet the no. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that schedule Herbert, he's right up at the top. That's a little bit bizarre.
That's what I'm saying. I hope he throws 5 touchdowns against Arizona in week 1, and this goes up to like 15%, and we could just hammer the no.
Maybe like put a bit of Nolan now and then a bit of Nolan then.
Yeah. It's nothing against him. He's talented enough to do it. I just think the Chargers are going to have a horrible season because history tells us, and I know I've already said this to everyone here, but those 24 days rest disadvantage, it's going to add up. They already have 2 offensive linemen injured.
Yeah, that schedule is evil.
Mm-hmm. The Chicago Bears have
with the Chargers. I can see them having some very good spots where they might get a win where they're not favored. But yeah, over the course of the season, that's going to catch up with them.
The Chicago Bears have 39 more days of rest than the Chargers do this NFL season. So anyone that says that the NFL schedules are fair and equitable, they are wrong, because they are not. Obviously, they play different opponents and have a different schedule, but 39 more days of rest, that's a huge advantage. I need to go back through and look and see some of those teams that we perceive to have a really good first half of the season based off of what the schedule looks like and their potential. But then maybe we think it gets tougher after a certain bye or, it's one point in the season. And if it's a quarterback that is expected to put up some good numbers, that's somewhat we would want to look at for an MVP. Because, look at Baker last year. Baker, for the first 6 weeks of the season, he was up there, if not the co-favorite to win MVP. And then he came crashing down. But preseason, he would have been down at 2-3%, right? But then he had this crazy, they kept winning 1-score games. He kept putting up numbers. And for about 6 weeks, he was your co-favorite to win the MVP. And then you could have sold out right there. So it's not, with these prediction markets, it's not necessarily who do you think is actually going to win it. It's like, who do you think is going to go on a little run that might end up winding up at some point in the season being one of the favorites, and then you can cash out at all, if not all, some of your bet.
I
think Jared Goff would be a good one. Go ahead.
Matthew Stafford is all the way down to 5 cents. You could probably get filled in 4 cents.
Yeah, the thing with him though, their schedule is so tough. It's just they're going to be good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if the public's going to be rushing in to bet him for MVP.
If the Rams get the overall number 1 seed, I'm not sure what the odds for that are offhand. Then I'd imagine Stafford would have a pretty good chance of getting MVP.
I just don't know how they. I don't know how they do, because the team that I like to get the 1 seed is the Lions, based off of they have the easiest schedule and the best rest advantage than anyone. Or not the best rest advantage, but they have a favorable rest advantage. Look at this. If you want to bet Goff for MVP, although I do think this first home game is going to be closer than people think. Well, it's a pretty. You get to go up against the Jets, Panthers, and Cardinals defenses for 3 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah, he'll be licking his lips with that.
That MVP chart got me shaking my head why they have Jaden Daniels so high.
Well,
I think that guy's a head case, and I think it's going to be bothering him this year. This whole stuff with his jersey at LSU. I think that they're going to be a very bad team this year. I got them finishing last in the NFC East.
No, I agree with you. I don't think
Jaden
he's.
Daniels and Polly Market.
I don't think he's too high because, I mean, it's basically a quarterback award, and he's got quite a few There's only a couple quarterbacks below him that I think should be at where he's at.
Jared Goff should be higher than him. I'd even put Trevor Lawrence ahead of him.
Those are the two I was just about to say that I would put ahead of him.
There's
look how far down they got. Look how far down they got Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm interested in Lamar Jackson. He's currently all the way up at 11 cent. I'm not really convinced that he should be that high.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jamie. I think he's a little overrated.
It's going to be so hard for him to win another MVP too, because that puts him in like the next tier of NFL greats, winning what is it? That'd be his third MVP. Voters think about that too, you know.
I think there's going to be a lot of question marks on Lamar Jackson this year, especially with the whole new coaching staff.
Yeah, that's why I'm not high on the Ravens.
No, I'm not either. I think there's too many question marks.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be different there. It's a whole new regime, a whole new way they're gonna do things. So I think Baltimore is overvalued in the market.
Oh yeah,
and that's just because of their name and reputation alone.
I know there's a lot of hype on the Bengals this year. It's only because Joe Burrow's back, but I think, and I kind of agree with the hype. As long as Joe Burrow stays healthy, the Bengals are going to win that division.
The reason why that, not only that, it's because of this, Ghost. I mean, they have a very favorable schedule. It's especially right here at this stretch.
Jeez, I'm looking at 5-0 right now to begin the season.
Yeah, I mean,
I think their big best right there is Baltimore.
I thought that I was going to be slick and be like, okay, this is the team that I want to take to get 12 wins. No, the market's already overvalued it. You can't bet over on anything with the Bengals, and that's with the risk of Joe Burrow getting injured. If he gets injured, they ain't going to get there. But
no.
This is my favorite like variant team. So you go like you take the Bengals over, let's say this said their win total is at 9.5. I think it's up to 10.5 now. Let's say you take Bengals over 11.5, but you also take them under 7.5. I think it's either going to be really good or really bad.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that one cashed last season.
Grash Guy says they're not beating the Texans. I think it all depends on the play of C.J. Stroud. I'm not worried about the Houston Texans defense. It all depends on how C.J. Stroud plays.
I want to know, because with the Houston's, was it Higgins tore his ACL this past week? They're saying that Texans are going to have no wide receivers. What's the health of Nico Collins? Is he not going to start the season? Because all I hear from these talking heads on different sports shows, like they have no one. I'm like, well, they still have Nico Collins, unless I'm mistaken. Is he? Let me see. Nico Collins' health. Is he not expected to start? No, yeah, it says he's in good health and he's ready to go. So I don't know why they keep saying that they have no wide receivers. Because that guy is good.
Oh. Supporting Electron put some odds out there. Baltimore to finish second, plus 210, third, plus 475.
I actually like them to finish third.
Behind who? Behind the Bengals and who else? The Steelers?
Yeah.
The Browns are going to finish in last place.
Yeah. I think that's worth the gamble. I think the Steelers could have a pretty decent season.
With Aaron Rodgers starting the whole season?
Yeah, but it's more so because of this. I think, and I'm not going crazy on it until I see it, but I think last year they were the worst team of like moving the ball down the field. Rodgers threw all his passes at the line of scrimmage. I think this year with
Mike
McCarthy back, I think we're going to see a better offensive plan and more balls down the field. Now they're going to have to protect him, obviously, to do that, but I would take that gamble of this is going to look like a totally different offense than it did last year.
And they have a relationship already. They won Super Bowl together. So, yeah, I think the Steelers, I don't know what their over-under is for this year, but it could be a little sprinkle on their season total over.
Their win total is 8.5.
Yeah, you might take a gamble if they finish with 9 wins, especially in that division, because you get with the Browns. I mean, they're terrible. They can't even figure out who's going to be their starting quarterback now.
I mean, the Steelers, they just don't have losing seasons, It's their culture.
8, yeah, that's right. Just one game above 500. Let's do it.
Yeah, 9 wins.
Well, it's a little bit like how Mike Tomlin was undefeated in Monday Night Football. Well, he was undefeated until he wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
but
I love when they make those stats. I loved when they have to broadcast those stats, just like on a game. This guy hasn't missed from this range in 10 straight games, and then he misses.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of a narrative danger with the Steelers because they very much are a glamour underdog. And based on the notes I've taken down for that preview, their defense, despite being as expensive as it is, drastically underperformed last year. So it's not merely that the Steelers are going to have to revamp how they get the best out of Aaron Rodgers on offense. They're also going to need their defense to perform much stronger.
Oh, yeah. With that preview, I was shocked about how terrible their defense was. But it's a new coaching staff in there, and hopefully TJ stays healthy. That would be a big part of it, but we'll see. From what I remember of doing the review, I was a little bit more positive on the Steelers than I was going into it, and adding that, I think the offense is going to look a lot different. Now, it might not. Like I said, I'm not going crazy on it until they prove it to me. But I mean, just what we've seen in the preseason, the offense actually looks a lot better. Rodgers hasn't played, but I mean, the play concept looks a lot better than what we saw in the dink and dunk last year. Because if the Steelers were down in the fourth quarter, there was no way they had the offense to be able to come back.
I do have one thing here, and that was like, you didn't really mind taking the Steelers early in the season, but after bye week is where the higher quality fade opportunities may emerge.
Let's take a look. And who knows? We might feel differently about them depending on how they're playing come that midpoint. 518. Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad start to the season, honestly. A lot of green. But the one thing too is when their schedule does get tough here at the back end of the season, a lot more home games for some of those big games. I guess they do. It's 4-4.
Down the stretch, do they have one more away? Yeah, they got one more away game in that post-bye week stretch.
Huh. And their rest advantage. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the season, look at this. When they play the Ravens, they have one less day of rest. And then when they play them the last week of the season, they have 3 less days. So that's not good. But that first half of the season, although be cautious with this week 8, they're going to be coming back from an international game, and they're going to be home against the Browns. It's probably going to be an ugly game. What other team were you thinking about with win totals? I want to pull up, actually, while you guys think of a team, I'm going to just want to show you guys the Chargers, because I think they're way overpriced.
Yes. I think we're the Chargers at 11.5.
Yeah.
So I like the way the Saints are playing in Paris.
They're at 10.5. The Chargers are at 10.5, plus money to the over. But like I said, they have 24 days rest disadvantage. It's some of the worst we've seen since 1991. I like the no on 10. Then you're getting 2-1 that they don't get 9 wins. God, it could get bad real fast. But even no on 11 wins. I mean, yeah, it's 59%, but that's still not bad for a season-long bet. Nice little return. But if you have like no on 11, no on 10, no on 9, I think you're gonna be solid on that one. That's at least how I'm playing it.
What are the Chiefs at?
Let's
Currently.
see. I wish they would just have these freaking in order of name. Chiefs are sitting at 10.5 as well, plus money to the over just slightly. So they're about 10.25 ish. Yeah,
they're ahead of the Chargers, right? They're favored to win the division.
I don't know about the season win total. The Chargers have better are just barely ahead of the Chiefs in the.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs to win the division. The Chargers to finish either second or third. I still think to see a lot of question marks with the Denver Broncos, especially with Bo Nix at their quarterback. I know last year they were all high up on the chart, but I think they were only high that up on the chart last year is because the Chiefs didn't play well last year and Mahomes went down. So they're propping up the Broncos again. I just don't see it. I think it's going to be a battle for second place between the Chargers and the Broncos. Obviously, the Raiders are the Raiders. But I think that there's a good chance that the Chiefs run away with that division this year because they got something to prove.
Here's something interesting, Jamie. You're a numbers guy. I think from what I just looked at, the Chargers were more expensive to bet them to go over their season win total than the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are more expensive to win the division. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Can happen. Yeah, that can happen. Might be because there could be an asymmetry in their win distribution total. For example, it might be more of it might be that the Chiefs have a higher ceiling than the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't get much into season total betting.
Feels like there's some sort of good mathematical angle that if you broke down the numbers, really looked at it. I mean, because there is a way that they could win the division and neither team goes over their win total. So I guess you got to factor that into it as well. But it seems like you could almost guarantee a profit by if you did the math right, figured out what the best angle, like who to take under their win total and the other person take to win the division or vice versa.
And with the fees that are involved on prediction markets these days, it's very difficult to get any kind of guaranteed profit, unfortunately.
Yeah. And there's so many other factors because there's other teams in this. And like I said, they could technically win the division and not go over their win total. Just look at the South.
There is one point that I'm interested in going back to from the Chiefs preview. Warren Sharp was bearish on the Chiefs before the start of last season due to their going to third down often rather than bypassing it. They were having less explosive plays, which led to them relying on converting third downs more. So I suppose the question will be with Mahomes, him being back from injury is obviously massive. But is their offense going to meaningfully solve that problem where they're not really converting on first or second down?
I don't know.
Those Kenneth Walker the third helps.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think from his preview, establishing the run game is going to be huge for them. And hopefully Kenneth Walker can do that. Crick, this is your wheelhouse. Who's going to be a top 5 fantasy running back at the end of the season? Because you can bet that now.
Top 5 fantasy running back at the end of the season, just in general.
If they've landed in the top 5, you cash. I mean, look at Christian McCaffrey, 46 cents to be a top 5. I mean, you're basically just betting on his health.
Go down that list a little bit. I wouldn't mind Derrick Henry at 24 cents. I think he has a bounce back year. I don't think he's done yet.
No, yeah. It's not a very liquid market, but still, it's interesting.
I can give you a dark horse, man.
Who's that?
It's a young guy. I'm also going to have a flyer on him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I really like Jadarian Price.
Oh, God. I can't do it.
Why can't you do it? Why were you? What's got you so hell bent on that guy against that guy?
His fumble rate. You got a team that has a quarterback that fumbles a lot already, and then his limited snaps, he fumbled a lot in college for the limited amount of carries he got.
It wasn't an unreasonable amount.
Still, it makes me cautious about what's it going to be like when he gets into the NFL.
He's going to be just fine. All right, don't bet it. That's fine. I'll stack my nickels in front of you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be sitting here taking Puka to be a. This is the top fantasy wide receiver.
I am kind of on a Puka fade train this year.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going to tell me he's going to be a top 5, I'd say, yeah, of course he is.
I don't know. I'm not saying Puka's going to fall off the rails or nothing, but I think there's other stuff going on with Puka.
Yeah. Was it official that he got suspended?
I haven't seen that.
Or was that just rumored? Let me see.
I haven't seen it yet.
Kua suspension. No, he still faces a potential NFL suspension.
I think if he was going to get suspended, he would have already been suspended.
Let's see. No, they're talking about that he might face a 2-game suspension to start the season.
You want a sneaky little sprinkle?
Mm-hmm.
Bet Carson Wentz to be comeback player of the year.
I'm with you right there, Cricket.
I'm telling you, Ghost, the more I think about it, man, I think that's setting up to be a pretty good spot for that guy.
It's either going to, right now, the number one probably right now for comeback player of the year is going to be Patrick Mahomes. But I agree with the sprinkle on Carson Wentz. But I think Mahomes is going to be comeback player of the year.
I don't even think he should be eligible for comeback player of the year. I understand he got hurt. I know. And they sucked.
Where's
and all that
ACL?
stuff.
Oh, well, look, they gave Geno Smith comeback player of the year because he sucked as a quarterback. That's not a comeback.
What I'm saying, man.
That's not a comeback.
I need to work on these parameters for comeback player of the year.
You come back from an injury, not from having being a
Mahomes at
quarterback.
Least he's coming back from an injury.
Yeah, but they sucked when he was healthy last year.
Still.
I don't know that. I don't feel like that. If you've won a league MVP before, you should not be qualified for comeback player of the year.
Cricket, Omarion Hampton, 20-1 to lead the league in rushing.
Do not do that.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just getting some feelers out there.
I like Ohamp a lot, man. I'm a big fan of Ohamp. Who?
Saquon, 11-1. Bounce back year.
I like his overs. I don't know if I like him to lead the league.
No, I don't like him to lead the league.
Bijan's your favorite. No, Derrick Henry's your favorite. Wow.
To lead the league in rushing?
Yeah, rushing yards.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Bijan, you have to be careful with Bijan. Bijan gets a lot of volume in the passing game as well. A lot of that productivity doesn't always come from the running game.
I got a future for you.
Lay it on.
Okay. Watch the Arizona Cardinals win total, I believe, is only 4 or 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
If Carson Beck becomes a starter, take that over.
Just think we could see a little something like we saw from the Saints last year. Make a pretty good little run down the stretch.
Yeah, I think Carson Beck. He was pretty remarkable with that Miami team when they got to the playoffs. I think he might be a sleeper in the NFL. So because nobody wanted him, he was drafted in the third round, or fourth round.
Carson Beck. Where did he wind up? Where did he wind up getting there? Let's see.
I think it was like a third or fourth rounder. He definitely did.
He was down the list a little bit compared to what they were expecting.
He was taken
third round, 65th overall.
Round. Okay, there you go. What round? What round? I'm not comparing. I'm making a comparison. Trust me. But wasn't Tom Brady drafted in the third round or sixth round? Joe Montana, I believe, was drafted in the third round.
Ghost, the only thing I have to show you about this is look at this.
Oh, I know. They got a brutal schedule. But I don't know.
They play in the NFC West.
I know.
They have the toughest schedule. It's just so hard for me to think they're going to get over 4 wins.
Yeah,
no matter who.
They're going to have to get them outside of the division. I mean, could they get a win against the 49ers? I think they could. I don't know if they're beating the Rams twice.
If they found a way to win one of these games in the first 13 weeks, I mean, you could make the argument they've got winnable games here, and here, and then who knows in week 18. But also, look at that bye week, dude. That is a terrible bye week. That is such a brutal schedule.
It is.
What is? I'm going to be
that he plays those last 4 games of the season, and Jets and the Raiders are both very winnable.
Yeah, I'm going to be curious what that point spread is against the Seahawks at home.
Right now, it's projected to be. Where's it at? Where's it at? It should be right. Here we go. 10. That's what it's projected
So they're
to
be. 10-point home dog.
They are, in their first 3 games, they are double-digit underdogs.
I'm going to be curious if that's plus 10 right now. If that thing drops to like 9.5 or maybe even 9, I may be looking at a Cardinals play there.
Ghost, they're projected to be double-digit underdogs in 8 of their games.
I know. I'm looking at that schedule right now. I'm not concerned about their games on the road. I'm concerned about being a big home dog.
What up, Little Dallas Cowboy? Speaking of Little Dallas Cowboy, I think this is a good bet. Dak Prescott, passing leader.
I have my hesitations on him because I know I think it was in one of your shows about Beardo brought it up about how much he's bulked up. I'm really hesitant on that with all that muscle mass that he's put on, if that is going to hinder his passing abilities.
That is fair. But if he's not going to keep that muscle on throughout the season, it's going to start falling off as the season progresses.
Shit, it's going to be hard to lose all that damn muscle.
It's still. I think
he's trying to say his muscle's going to fall off like Dwayne Johnson.
His arms are twice the size they were last year.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of that.
They have a high-powered offense. They're going to put up numbers. And so at plus 800, Dak to lead the league in passing. I mean, he throws 4,500 a year, it seems like, as long as he's healthy, which he has been. What did he do last year? I think he was 3rd in overall like stats, like QBR and whatnot. Let's see.
He was tied for last in playoff wins.
This is a regular season bet.
I understand.
Let's take a look.
I don't know how much faith I have on the Cowboys.
He was 3rd. Look at that. He was 3rd in the league, 45-52. I mean,
solid. Who led the league last year?
We'll see if we can guess before I look it up. Let me see the teams.
That's right, Jerm. My brother from another mother, man.
It was probably Josh. No, I think it was Drake May, actually. Him or Stafford, I think. Let's see. Drake was 4th, so maybe it was Stafford. Let's see. I guess I could just Google it, but this is more fun to me. This is suspense. I could do this all day, by the way, talking futures. Like, we could do a 24-hour stream. Yeah, it was Stafford, 4,700. So he was only 150 yards away from leading the league. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what are Dak's odds right now?
8-1. It's his competition as of right now, according to the betting market, is Burrow. But I mean, could Burrow lead the league in passing? Yes.
Games.
That's what I'm saying, but the injury risk, and then Goff, I think, is a respectable one too to put up the yards based off the easy pass defenses they played this year.
Yeah, and Jared Goff, very serviceable.
I think I might take a little action on Goff and Dak. Have those two as one of them's going to lead the league in passing.
What is Goff at?
Just slightly underneath. So he's at 11%. Dak's at 12%.
Well, everybody's high on Patty Mahomes. Do we take a chance on? Oh my God, Monty, they got. I don't know. You get Rasheed back, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce's old ass.
I think you don't, because I think Patrick Mahomes, they're gonna win gross games. They're gonna just, like, if they have a lead, sit on it. They're gonna play smart football, just get the win and get out. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna ask, coming off the injury, pat Patty Mahomes to do everything like he has in the past. I don't know, Jamie, what do you think about it? You kind of, you're a numbers guy. You like this kind of stuff. You think there's an angle here with, I know these are long shot bets that aren't worth putting a ton of money on, but anything interests you in passing leader for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I was just thinking that whole Dak Prescott stuff over. I'm seeing conflicting reports about him bulking up. I'm seeing stuff saying that he is putting on more muscle, but he is becoming more lean. So I'm not necessarily sure that it's going to affect him negatively this season. But I also do like potentially taking him over his passing yards if you want to bet on the Cowboys having explosive offense because um, generally speaking, Marcus tend to be good at pricing whatever the median is for things like passing yards, but the tail end of it is where it tends to underestimate it. So I'm trying to get filled on Joe Burrow over passing yards, one of the extreme bands. So I think there could well be a value on Dak Prescott over his highest band too.
Oh yeah, with Joe Burrow, you do the extremes on everything. So you go, let's say his over under touchdowns 26. You go over 30 and under 20. You know what I mean? Like, look at those. Look at this.
What I got at the moment is 4.5 thousand passing yards is priced kind of in the mid 30s for
also
Burrow.
Remember his fiance. Oh, go ahead.
Orner said, grandson heard Jamie say Cowboys, and I can hear him in the living room saying, Cowboys suck. Cowboys suck. He's like 2 or 3.
He's learning early.
Awesome.
You got to remember Dak's fiance left him this offseason too. So it's another reason why you hit the gym. Look at that. Throw motion's great.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mind a guy putting on muscle if he's not like
I don't mind a guy putting on muscle if he's a linebacker.
I don't mind him putting on muscle when he knows he's going to be getting hit a lot. Like he's not like a Brady, a Rodgers, some of these, a Manning that like gets the ball out quick because he knows he has to.
Yeah, but he's not a Lamar either.
No, but he gets it. God, look at that Ferg right there.
Fucking Ferg, dude.
Dude, this is the one that is like he looks like The Rock Jr.
That's what I'm saying. Look at them freaking on. Them are legs hanging off his shoulders, dude.
Meanwhile, here's the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, and guess what? Dak may look better, but Mahomes got 3 rings.
What'd you
say? Dak's got 0. Dak's got 0, and Dak will retire with 0 rings.
Dak's fiance said, "I don't." I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be entirely surprised by Mahomes going under his passing yards this season. It's not just the whole rehab point that Ghost brought up. Not only take stupid risks, but when you have Kenneth Walker III as an option for moving the ball along and getting first downs, I can imagine they're going to be taking advantage of him a lot.
2 guys that interest me on receiving leaders this year, Amon-Ra and CD might not be bad looks for value wise. Ibuka, 25 to 1.
Be betting any Buccaneers futures.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe he gets off to a hot start and he jumps up from 4% to 12%.
You're gonna have to stay healthy too.
But that's what's so great about these prediction markets, dude. You can sell out. You're just trying to figure out who can get off hot.
What is AJ Brown?
AJ Brown. Oh, don't tell me they Okay, I was gonna say, don't tell me they disrespected. 20 to 1.
Worth a sprinkle.
20 to 1. Let's look at a couple more and then we'll wrap up the show here. Passing touchdown leaders. I always like to look at the guys that no one expects.
Maybe a sneaky long shot in Josh Allen.
Has not thrown for 30 touchdowns any of the past 3 seasons.
I see what
you know what that means. He's due.
He's due, baby. The due factor.
I kind of like this. Caleb Williams at 6%.
Could be worth a sprinkle.
Caleb
Williams a little bit better than I give credit
anyway.
And he does have him a pretty good football coach up there now.
Ooh, Jordan Love at 25-1.
Warren Sharp probably likes that bet.
Oh my God, I know, dude. He glazes the. I would refuse to bet anything on Jordan Love because of Warren Sharp. It's the one thing. He's so smart. He has all these numbers, and he puts out such good content, but he refuses to acknowledge that he is wrong on this one spot. Yeah, I mean, he has the numbers to back it up, but at the same time, it's like eventually you got to be. The results have got to come through. You know, you can't just say, "Oh, if this, then this would have happened." This one I was curious.
You can justify any bad beat with the right numbers.
I know, right? Sack leaders.
What is Jared Verse?
Ooh, that's a good one. He is not on this list, but that would be a good. I see your angle there.
Mm-hmm.
This one's kind of hard to even look at. There's
I would not bet Myles Garrett again.
No. You got to bet a guy that's like, oh my God, interception leader. Can we just? I want a book to put up a fun prop of like which player who will have more interceptions. So let's say like Kyle Hamilton. Will Kyle Hamilton have more interceptions than the whole Jets defense?
Oh, for sure.
Who got 0 last year?
Yeah, they were still waiting on that first one from last year.
I know. Sack leaders though, you got to look at someone who's on like a bad team. You know what? Trey Hendrickson might be interesting on Minnesota now.
I thought he was with the Ravens.
On the Ravens now, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
I saw purple and I thought Minnesota.
Fair enough. No, I get it. I'm trying to think. I know
Aiden Hutchinson is probably a good bet. He's expensive, but probably a good bet because they do have a soft defensive schedule or offensive schedule they're going against.
TJ Watt's not a bad little sprinkle.
He's got to stay healthy.
He does. I mean,
I wonder if there might be some value on betting against Myles Garrett having the sack lead because it's like with the Browns, he had tons of opportunities to sack because the offense was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm not really necessarily quite so sure that he's going to need that many sacks with the Rams.
I'm with you, Jamie.
That's a good point, Jamie.
Yeah,
very good point.
100%.
He might be a good no. He might be a good no.
I'm with you 100%. I don't think he's going to have that kind of gear that he had last year in spot. He's obviously still going to be able to do it, but like you said, man, I don't think they're going to find themselves trailing near as often as the Browns did last year, where he's got to really just pin his ears back.
What we need to hope for is that Myles Garrett sacks Brock Purdy like 3 times week 1 and then come in and bet the no to be the leader.
Oh, God. Yeah, yes, do that. Because he's going to be hyped up for that first game.
Oh, and who knows what I guess they do have.
The value. You're right, Will, because the value on him will go skyrocket.
Yeah, and then we might even get
go up on jump on Kalshi and bet the opposite side.
Yeah, here's a sneaky one that I think you might like, Crick. This angle, Daniel Hunter to lead the league in sacks, because you got Will Anderson Jr. on the other side. Opens up for Hunter. Rather take him than Anderson.
What's his odds?
It's too early to say, but it says 5%. But
5%. So we're looking probably around 20-1.
Yeah.
I don't hate that sprinkle. I kind of like your angle there. I do.
Yeah.
I could see them trying to double team Will Anderson Jr. because that guy's a freaking monster. I could
do that. Good luck trying to stop Daniel Hunter because that guy's really good on his own.
Specimen on the other side too.
Yeah.
Yep. I could see that, dude.
I could sit here and do this all day with you guys. I honestly could.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little futures talk.
I still have my bet in on Dan Quinn, first coach fired, by the way. Only 5-1. I was hoping to get better odds than that, but
you think he'll get fired before Aaron Glenn?
Yeah, because look at this schedule, dude. Hold on.
The Jets are going to have to decide they're just going to leave somebody in there for a few years and see how it goes.
Afraid to fire a coach, but I think their owner likes to wait till like week 12 or 13 just because he's cheap.
You know, a coach to keep an eye on this year is Saleh, the new coach for the Titans.
Robert Saleh,
because he was coach of the Jets and they fired him. Now, if he takes Tennessee up to another level, that's going to tell you right there how bad the Jets organization is.
Gus, I think we
I don't
could
need
be
anybody to tell me that.
Monday after week 6. I think Dan Quinn could be fired. Look at the start of that schedule. There is a legit chance they go 0-6.
Yeah, especially with Jaden Daniels as a head case.
Yeah, look at their first 2 games are
6. Are you talking 0-6? I see right here they're going to lose again to the Eagles and the Rams.
Well, I'm saying that
0-8.
They could, but I'm saying if they start off 0-6 heading into their bye, he's fired.
Oh, he'll get fired at the bye. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So look at their first 2 games, underdogs on the road in division, and then their first home game. Guess what? You get to bring in the defending Super Bowl champs, and then you are home against the Colts and Giants. Those are winnable games, and then you got to go on the road. They're as big of underdogs right now on the road in San Francisco as they are on the road in Philly. So it could be disastrous. So a little 5-1 action on Dan Quinn, first coach fired.
I don't hate that.
Even if they're 1-5, he could get fired.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah, 1-5 ain't nothing.
Who knows? The ownership just might be so crazy they could be 6-0 and he gets fired. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, true.
They will not be 6-0.
They check his emails like they did Gruden.
Watch out for them emails. They'll get you.
Dan Quinn's been around a while. I'm sure he's got some old emails they could dig up.
You know Dan's got some stuff hidden in that Gmail.
No, it's probably his Hotmail account.
Yeah, Hotmail for sure. Absolutely. Well, all right then. I guess it's about that time.
It is about that time.
I'll rip some cards here in a little bit, y'all, at 11 Eastern time over on our Whatnot channel, heavy_breaks. We'll be ripping some tops NFL flags. I'm going to do a hobby box, man. I got a few more hobbies. We'll rip a hobby this morning.
They go 0-6 just because the 5 is
Nice.
Fair enough.
That's a very good point.
That's freaking great. I love it. Hey, another fun Sunday, dude. I can't wait. We're only a couple of weeks away from the real Sunday. Inject that into my veins.
And then by the way, I got 2 more teams to cover in the by preseason note taking, and once I have those done, I'll post it up in the Gabe on Locals group.
Yep, and I am, since it is football season, you guys are going to see a lot more action on Locals. I will be posting more content over there. I've got some ideas of things I want to do. Football season's where I do all that kind of stuff. So I know the Locals has been kind of dead. It's just kind of how it is over the summer and the off season. But in football season, I'll be posting some stuff over there. So go check it out, gameon.locals.com.
And also over at sportspicks.locals.com, I will be posting all of my, it's about time for Creeks Picks to come back and all that stuff. But this week, I don't know what day I'm going to do it yet, but this week I will get all of my college football futures out over there at sportspicks.locals.com too.
Yeah. Oh, and let me pull this up real quick. I'm going to drop the link in case you guys aren't subscribed to it yet. But later today at 12:30, he's back. He's back. So come give me a follow over there. Going to be live at the Uncensored Pharmacist. We'll be live simultaneously on YouTube as well, but I will pull the YouTube feed down once I'm done. I'll leave it up on Rumble, and then I'll clip out certain things. But yeah, I got to turn that light back on over there. I got to see if it works.
Man. Uncensored Pharmacist back. What a time to be alive.
Oh, what a time to be alive. When was my last live stream? Let's see.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. I thought I did one last year. Huh. I guess not.
You thought wrong.
Let's see. Let's go to live. Oh my God. It's been 2 years. No wonder you guys have been getting on me about it.
I mean, hell.
I posted shorts.
Good for you.
From this show.
Well, I was going to say from the Espresso Shot. Yep.
Yeah, but we were talking shop with the.
We were talking medical things there. So yeah. Fair enough.
1 hour of pharmacist talk, 50 minutes of pointing to the. No, it's 10 minutes of pharmacist talk, 50 minutes of just pointing.
Yeah. You thought you were going to get an hour and 50 minutes out of that?
Oh, please. No, topics we'll be talking about today is the Moderna stock going parabolic because of their new potential cancer-saving vaccine. We'll talk about, is it really what everyone's hyping it up to be? We'll talk about the Medicare GAP program that's in place right now that's really kind of screwing everything up and putting everyone on GLP-1s. And then we're going to talk about beef. President Trump has a plan to decrease some beef prices here, and a lot of people aren't fans of it. I mean, credit to him for trying something, but there's something he could do real easy that I hope he runs with and ends up doing. So we'll get into all of that as well, but that's going to be around 12:30 Pacific today. Uncensored Pharmacist is back, baby.
Back, baby. We love that.
Grass guy says I'm not listening to that. Okay, then don't.
Oh man,
I'm here to tell you all about mRNA vaccines. We're going to get into it.
They're putting them in your food again.
We haven't seen that in a while. They might have stopped.
That's when they're really doing it, when they stop telling us about it.
So we get some of our obviously our biggest traffic of the year on the channel is during football season, but September and October especially are the biggest months for us. And I can't wait to see if those mRNA vaccine stuff come back then. That's how you know we're back in mid-season form.
Mm-hmm.
But this month, by the way, shout out to everyone. This month has been our best month ever from a viewership and hours watched. We are currently about 2,000 more hours watched than our best month, and we still have 8 days left of the month.
Let's go, baby.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. We love it.
That's all thanks to you guys. Much love.
It is indeed.
Jamie, when can we expect you on next?
I'd say next Sunday. I'll be hungover again then, but that will be the day after the college football opener between the TCU Horny Frogs and the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh, that's right.
That's next weekend, right?
Oh my God.
That's next weekend, yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Forgot we're that close.
We'll have boots on the ground.
We're going to pull you in live on site.
Love it. Let's go, baby.
Ghost, what do you got coming up this week?
Game.
Oh, tell us about Tony's picks.
Yep, that's where all my exclusive plays are at now. Tony brought me on last week. Him and I had a long conversation over the phone, and he looked at my resume, and he wanted to bring me on. So expect me. All my stuff is over in his. This is something I've been wanting for some time now to get on one of these big channels over there, and he gladly accepted me to come on over. So and I will be doing. He's got a show on at 6:00 Eastern. He does live on YouTube. It's called The Drive-Through, where they kind of go through some of the last minute things going on. Cappers pop in there for like 5-10 minutes and then pop out. They just come on random and all that. So he's invited me to join that show at least 2 times a week. So expect me sometime next week on his show to pop in there.
Where can we find? So I can drop a link real quick.
Just type in Tony'sPicks.com. And you'll see me and you tap in the cappers, you'll see me there.
Let's go. Baby. Congrats on that, Ghost. Good stuff.
Yeah, congratulations. Is this how your phone call ended with him?
Yeah. Baby.
I tell you what, I had to take some massive estrogen to get my voice up that high, though. but it was just that day.
Just that day.
All right, there's Tony'sPicks.com. Look at this. Where are you at here?
Just type in if you go to the top and you type in all cappers, and scroll down, you'll find me.
All cappers.
Just start scrolling down, you'll find me.
Well, why don't they have you at the top yet?
There I am, right there.
There you are.
Let's go, baby.
Okay.
Ghost, are you still keeping up the locals picks?
Yes, I just let people know that anything I post on Tony's Picks, I cannot legally put them on my locals channel.
So locals are going to be free picks?
Yeah, locals will be free picks or my next best bet that didn't make the card.
Okay. Well, sweet.
All right.
Look at that. Getting official. I love seeing you guys excelling, finding opportunities. Yeah, anything you need us to promote over there, and whenever you come on, let me know.
I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, and shouting people out.
Appreciate it very much. And yeah, and just you'll find me next week over there on his drive-through, probably after Grass and I do our show. Then I'll pop in over on his show right afterwards.
Germ says we still need Grass's 3, 6, 9, 12 scenario. I'm going to ask Ryan about that on Sports Wars today. I'm going to derail the show right off the rip. So come hang out with me. I'll be on Sports Wars at 8:30 Pacific here in hour and 20 minutes. And then Uncensored Pharmacist later. It's going to be a day.
He got one sneaking in back there, baby.
I know. Oh, man. All right. We'll be back tomorrow, bright and early, 7:15 a.m. Eastern. What do you want to talk about tomorrow, Crick?
Football.
What kind?
All of it.
All of it? Okay, we're talking football tomorrow. Don't know exactly what yet, but we'll break down the Pac-12. How about that? That's what everyone wants.
Yeah, we won't do that.
All right, but until then,
good luck.
Good gambling.
There we go.
And game on.